Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the first episode of AT Phins News. I appreciate every single one of you all for spending some time with me today. A little backstory about myself. I've been watching the Miami Dolphins ever since I was 6 years old. I was pretty much born into this. My dad's from Pensacola, Florida, so ever since I was of the age of 6 years old, I can remember sitting on the couch and watching the Dolphin games every Sunday with them. And this Dolphin team has been the definition of mediocrity for 20 plus years. I mean, minus, I believe, 3 fun seasons that we're able to witness. The first being the appearance of the Wildcat, which shocked the NFL with Sperano as our coach. And we ended up winning the AFC East that year. And we got to host a playoff game against the Baltimore Ravens, which we all know how that turned out. We got crushed by them. And then the second time that it was really fun to watch this team was when Tannehill was our quarterback, but he got hurt at the end of the season, so he wasn't able to play in the playoffs, and we relied on Matt Moore to take over in Pittsburgh in that playoff game, and we all know how that turned out as well. We got manhandled by the Steelers. And then last year was a fun watch for the season. It started off really slow. We weren't expecting anything from this team, just the development of Tua once we seen him in. But they overachieved. I mean, look, they won 10 games last year. And then the upcoming season this year brought all the pressure on them. I mean, the pressure and expectations. And we all expected them to achieve better than last year, which is 11 or 12 wins. And now look at the season. We started off 1-4. We've lost 4 consecutive games. We're finally getting Tua back for this game, so hopefully he can re-energize this team and get this must-win W. So we're going to be talking about the upcoming Jaguars game in London. It's going to be an early start for the West Coast fans. You're looking at 6:30 a.m. For the East Coast fans, it's going to start at 9:30, so we got an early game out there in London. And the Dolphins just need to show up, man. We gotta go out there, start fast. We can't let the Jaguars gain any confidence against us. We gotta execute our offense. I would say coming in, our game plan needs to be run the ball more, especially with Tua coming back from injury, not being 100% though. That's been coming out with reports. Some of the coaches are worried about his arm strength because of his rib injury. So we're going to have to help him out, man. We're going to have to go with a strong running game. Myles Gaskins is no joke, in my opinion. I mean, he's been eating all year. He's averaging 5 yards a carry. But the worst part about it is our offensive coordinator, we go away from it, even though he's eating. I mean, we just got to give that man the ball 20-plus times this game. He's going to have to run the ball 20-plus times. And our line's going to have to do a good job of protecting Tua so he doesn't re-injure those ribs, because we don't need another injury from him. And looking at the injury report, we got X out. He's out for the game. He's already ruled out. Devontae Parker's not playing. Will Fuller's still in the IR. Brandon Jones is actually dealing with an Achilles injury as well as a quad injury, so he's not at full strength. So I must ask everyone, is this the time we finally get to see Noah take some snaps in the game? Because I'm getting really sick of spending a first-round pick on a guy that's a healthy scratch week in and week out. I think if any time it's this game, he has to be active and throw him in the fire, man. Let's see what he got. So either he has it or he doesn't. And obviously being a healthy scratch, seeing how bad Coleman's been playing this whole year at corner, and knowing that he can't even be elevated above him, it's a bad sign, man. We got to let him go out there and either prosper or get rid of him. I mean, that's a first-round pick. Another issue that I have with this team is, like I was talking about Noah, just the drafts. I mean, we've had so many picks in the last few years, and as of right now, I don't see any of them panning out. Raekwon Davis is a beast, but he's still coming into his own. We got Tua at 5, and I'm not saying I don't have faith in the kid, but besides the Cardinals game and the second Patriot game, he hasn't shown signs of a true superstar franchise quarterback yet. I'm not saying he can't get there, but we need him to, in these last 12 games, this is his chance to shine. It's either he is going to pick up this team and we're going to realize, oh, this is what he brings to the table. He's our franchise quarterback. We need to see signs of greatness. We need to see signs of improvement week in and week out from this kid. He needs to get better at reading the defense, obviously, and it's his second year, so you can't complain about that too much. That just comes with time, but he has to get better week in and week out, man. And it starts tomorrow against the Jaguars. I see this game. We should win this game. I mean, it should be no reason why we don't come out on top. I'm predicting a score of 28-17. Dolphins should win. I think Lawrence is going to put up some points on our defense, but overall, he's been a turnover machine this year. So I expect him to throw 1 or 2 picks. I expect Tua to have a decent game, about 200 yards, 2 touchdowns, coming back from injury. He's going to re-energize this offense, I believe. He's going to put up enough points to beat the Jags, and we'll end up being, after tomorrow, 2-4, looking a lot better than 1-5, let me tell you. This is a must-win game against the Jaguars, and I'm calling it right now. For some reason, something happens where we beat ourselves tomorrow, the season is over. I mean, there's no coming back from 1-5, losing 5 in a row, losing to a Colts team we should have beat that hadn't won a game until they beat us, losing to... Everyone knew they were going to lose to the Bucks, but the way we lost, got blown out, getting crushed by the Bills, losing a close one to the Raiders when we had a 14-0 lead and just blowing it. So the season's over if we can't beat the Jags tomorrow. And it's going to be a shame for the simple fact I hear fans on Twitter or on Facebook saying how it's okay, we're just going to tank. Do you guys realize that we don't even have our first pick this year? So what's the point of tanking when the Eagles have our pick? It's going to be so embarrassing where you end up tanking and have a horrible season and the Eagles get a 3rd or 4th pick in the draft because we were willing to give it away because of this regime's pride, thinking that there's no way we're going to be horrible this year. So for all those fans saying that we're just tanking, don't worry, we're going to have a good pick, that's not true. We don't have our first round pick. So I personally don't want the season to be over in 6 weeks. I want to have a season where we can be excited every Sunday that the Dolphins are fighting for a wild card spot towards the end of this year. But it's going to start tomorrow. I mean, we're going to have to see, like I said, Tua. I hope he can re-energize this offense because it's been so lackadaisical these last few weeks. I mean, it's hard to watch, man. Sometimes it's punt, 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 punt. Defense gives up. We get blown out. Last week, the offense finally started to make some progress. But look at the Buccaneers. They have all these injuries at corner. I mean, I was hoping that we were going to be able to move the ball somewhat consistently. And we did for a little bit, but just not consistent enough for a depleted defense, which had to call Richard Sherman from the street so he can start and play productive football against us. So, I mean, it all starts Sunday. We need to get this victory. I'm hoping we get this victory. And it should be a simple game plan. I mean, Tua should not be asked to throw the ball 40 times this game. He needs to be throwing 20 to 25 times max. We need to hand the ball off. Our line needs to consistently keep getting better. The last couple weeks it has been getting better, so I have some faith in that. I'm happy Flores finally made the move and moved Austin Jackson to guard. He played a lot better there. He looks a lot better in the middle of the line than being stranded on an island against those DNs. So I'm happy that they finally made a move there. I just hope this line can gel and not get Tua hurt again, man, because if he has one more injury, our fan base is already divided. It's going to make it worse. Half the fans are going to say it's because Tua, he can't get out of the pressure and he's prone to injury, so that's why he keeps getting hurt because he's a small guy. the other side of the fan base is going to say, look at our offensive line's horrible. That's why we can't have Tua as our quarterback. We just need better play from everyone on this team. It doesn't matter if it's Tua, it doesn't matter if it's the line, it doesn't matter if it's the linebackers or the defense in whole. Everyone needs to play fundamental football, sound football, which we haven't seen all year so far. I mean, one of the main things that I liked about last year's Flores team is we were so disciplined. We would let other teams beat themselves because we wouldn't have dumb penalties. We wouldn't beat ourselves. We'd get the turnovers when we needed them. We wouldn't turn the ball over. This year, it's been the complete opposite. We get stupid penalties on third downs that extend drives. I mean, everyone is not disciplined. I don't know if it's the players just not being focused or the coaching staff, but something has to change, man. Something has to change, or this season's over, like I said. And if we lose tomorrow to the Jags, heads are going to roll. I don't know if they're going to fire Flores. I don't know if they're going to fire Greer, but someone is not coming back from London tomorrow if they lose with the job, and I promise you that. So I'll be making videos every Saturday for the preview of our upcoming game on Sunday, as well as I'll be posting videos on Sunday of instant reactions from the game every week. So Saturday and Sunday, be looking out for those. And I do want to thank everyone again for spending some time with me. And everyone have a great weekend. And fins up, baby. I am out. Peace.